I should not have known what it is to covet if the law had not said, you shall not covet. So God has consigned all men to disobedience, that he may have mercy upon all. And just as the lady resisted but could not really resist, she was guided in a certain direction against her will, and she had to go. For that something within her is master, and is putting you through the furnaces. How long, how vast, how severe the furnaces, ere you find the Father, were long to tell. And the Father is the master. That's the being that you really are. And you, the thing that you see here, is but an emanation of that master. And no one knows the background of that servant, for this is the servant. So I have found in David, the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart, who will do all my will. So he is called the servant, but in the end, he's called the son. He actually now has returned and become one, but standing before him is the one that he put through all the paces. So it is David, in the 51st Psalm, when Nathan the prophet goes in unto him and reminds him what he did when he went in unto Bathsheba. He sent Bathsheba's husband into battle in the hope and knowledge that he would be killed, and then he would get Bathsheba. And so Nathan goes and tells him. And then the words of David, against thee only have I sinned, and done that which is evil in thy sight. And yet, who did it? I only did your will. You gave me, by this law that you gave me, the desire to covet. I never would have known what it is to covet, had not the law said, thou shalt not covet. And so you made me sin. So God consigned me to sin by putting upon me a burden that I could not in this flesh resist. So, who are you, he asks, to pass judgment on the servant of another? He stands before his own master, or he falls before his own master. But he will be upheld, for the master is able to stand him up. And so everyone in the world has gone through hell, may I tell you. But everyone. And in the end, you will be the one spoken of in the gospel who has the power to forgive sin. When he comes only at the end of the journey. Christ comes once at the end. That's when he comes. And when he comes in the most marvelous, mysterious way, and lets the one to whom he comes, for he was the master all along. And when he comes, he lets the one in whom he now rises experience who he is. And you experience Christ in the first person singular, present tense experience. In this world, we can know a thing mentally by comparing it to other things, analyzing it, dissecting it. But we know a thing spiritually only by becoming it. You will never in eternity know Christ until you become Christ. And Christ comes at the end, the very end. So when he comes, all right, you know exactly who he is. And you forgive every being for what he has done and what he's doing or what he may be compelled to do. For he moves under compulsion. Everyone. Be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. And so he takes the Son, takes you, it's called the servant, and puts him through hell. As she said, what fires it must have taken to take glass and turn it into a molten state. It was hot, liquid glass formed into a man. And it came out of the top of my head. And the face was that of a man. It was complete. That's the word, perfect, complete. But the body was not, because the body is not going to be like this body. It's going to be that glorious body of which I spoke time and again, where it moves up like the seraphim. That fiery, fiery serpent. The face, yes, is human. The voice human. The hands human. But do not ask about the body.